Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth and welcome back to the channel. Hair is not cooperating today. Anyway, so I wanted to bring you guys a video of what you could be planting in August in Zone 7. This video is late, but hopefully you'll come across it in 2025 or later and it'll be just on time for you. So in August, if you've been gardening already for the summer season, August is when you can start to sort of prep things for fall. I don't know about you guys, but here in Arkansas, we still stay pretty hot all through August. But if you're starting things from seeds, your cooler crops that love cool weather, they'll still germinate when it's warm outside, and they typically won't be big enough to be really impacted by like a heat wave. So this is a really good time to start sowing things like peas and doing your brassicas. If you know that you're like typically pretty warm like through a lot of August, you can just set yourself a reminder for like say the second or third week of August to start sowing your fall crops if you want to just kind of play it a little safer, which is what I'm going to end up doing just because I'm late. So you'll see that in some upcoming videos. But you can also be sowing your brassicas like your broccoli, your cabbage, things like that, that really do well with the cooler days and evenings. I figured it would startle you, but then I didn't figure you heard me because you didn't say anything. I haven't heard back on that Bowflex in Newport, so might not work out today. Hi, hummingbird. So another thing you're going to be doing right now is you're going to continue your pest routine, because when you have heat mixed with plants that have potentially already had some pest damage, you know, the plants send out stress signals which call in more pests, and so likely you're gonna just continue to have a problem with pests. Whether you do all organic or not, no judging here, but if you're doing organic, you're removing things like tomato hornworms or using an organic preventative spray, which is what I like to do. So I spray weekly. If you can see Maple back there, she is standing at the line where her electric fence collar will allow her to go to. And we got 2 new kittens recently, which you guys haven't seen in videos yet. And they're under the carport. So she's like over there whining because she wants to be best friends. Anyway, so you're going to continue the pest prevention or treatment. You're probably also harvesting a lot right now. Or your garden could even be petering out, your summer garden. It just depends. Like us, we get our gardens in late here in Northeast Arkansas because we have very wet springs and we have very clay soil, which makes it near impossible to plant before May. So our gardens go in mid to late May. And right now everything is just in full swing. We just started getting a tomato like bumper crop in. You know, we had a few sparingly here and there, but just like in the last week. And right now I'm filming this. This is August 17th, and I'm going to try and post it today for you guys. So mid-August, we're just now in full swing with our garden. So that could be you, or you could be ahead of us and things could be petering out. Either way, keep your pest game full force because you know you want to help your plants produce as much as possible. And as we get through these last warmer weeks or month or so, tomato plants can survive. I know so many people that actually pull out tomato plants in August because I feel like they have the mentality of school's by concession, summer's over, garden's over. And that's just not true. Tomato plants, they will lull when the temperature is over 90 and they might not fruit, or if there's fruit on the vine, it will take longer to ripen. However, they're just kind of like taking a beat because it's hot. And if you leave your tomato plants and continue to care for them, continue to water and fertilize them, they actually will like perk back up and just start going again. I have had tomatoes in the ground all the way up to November. We do almost every year. We don't tear anything out until first frost. We leave it, let it go, see what it's going to do. We maintain our pest routines. We fertilize weekly. Our big in-ground garden, we don't fertilize as much. We amend the soil once a season, but all of this stuff grown in containers and raised beds and all of that, they get a liquid fertilizer weekly. So we continue that schedule all through August as if nothing has changed, because really in our family, we only have one kid that goes back to school. The others did homeschool forever. They're done with school. Our life does not change in August. Everything is just literally still the same. So anyway, so that's wonderful. But all you people with babies going back to school, happy new school year. I hope that they love it. I always loved school growing up, and all of my kids hated it. So that was a bummer for me. I always loved back to school season and all the new fun stuff. Okay, so if you're growing raspberries, they've probably already fruited. And this is when you're going to harvest the canes that fruited. So berry plants, they're not all the same, but they're all a little weird compared to growing other things in that there's one of our kitties. Let me show you. Sylvester, you're being brave. What you doing, buddy? There's Maple. Don't mind my ugly potting stand. Oh my gosh, Maple, are you being such a good girl? Letting him do his thing? What's gonna happen here? Good job, Maple. Good job, baby. You're being so nice. Even Opie's coming out. You guys are getting a special treat. You get to see both the kitty cats and Maple. See my peat moss over there. About to be working on a new raised bed. I'll bring that to you guys in a different video. Be nice, buddy. Zoom out a little bit so you can see him. He's coming to see me. Yeah, when the cats run, Maple thinks, okay, let's play. And the cats are like, we don't play. We're not dogs. So, yeah, he's coming to see me. Come here. Come here, Sylvester. Leave him. It's me. It's me. Oh, okay. Put you on high alert, huh, buddy? Meow. Meet Sylvester. Be nice to Opie. He's our first ever tuxedo cat. He's so cute. I know. Let me put you somewhere safe. Here, put you on the table. He can't get you up there. Or she. I keep wanting to call my dog a he. And the cat's a she, but it's the opposite. I don't know why. Be nice. Opie's hiding over here under a shrub. Be nice. I guess that's not really that safe because he can't get down, huh? I guess I need to move him. Here's Opie really quick for a sneak peek. Little tabby cat. Little tabby boy. They are brothers. We named him Opie because he's dopey. Yes, I did say that. He's very shy. Right. Guess I just need to do a video with you guys soon of just chilling in the garden and seeing animals and stuff. Anyways, so back to the raspberry canes. So with raspberries, they will fruit on some of their canes, not all. Usually, don't quote me on this, but I think just the new canes. But once every stem that they fruit on, they'll never fruit on again. So proper pruning for them, you want to do now, this time of year. And you're going to cut off the stems that fruited this year. Because then the new stems will grow next year and they'll fruit on those. So basically, if you don't prune them now, the ones they fruited on this year will just die over winter. And you might be kind of confused if you're like me, come next spring, okay, which ones are going to fruit, and be like, crap, I don't know which ones. So, Maple, stop. Girl, we're all tired of it. He's not big enough to play with you. Okay, so one tip for gardening in August is you don't want to prune trees and shrubs right now. Because a tree and a shrub, their natural instinct when you cut off a limb is to like push new growth. You don't want them doing that this time of year because it's hot, it's too stressful for them, and they just don't need to be doing that. So you want to wait until cooler weather, moving into winter and stuff, before you prune and reshape things. Another good thing to do in August is sit down and do a little brainstorming for maybe what these animals so distracting. For what sort of flower bulbs that you think you want to grow next year. Because in a lot of places, you want to plant like your tulips and your daffodils and stuff like that. You want to plant them in the fall, have them overwinter in the ground, and they'll come up in the spring. That does not apply for me because I have a wet yard, which is weird because it doesn't seem wet. However, anytime I have planted things in the fall, the bulbs will rot in the ground. But if you know your area, or if you're doing something new and you can do a little research online, nobody likes that. You think that little 1-pound heifer is going to play with you like that? You are nuts. She literally just wants a best friend. And honestly, this is just like the 5th time Sylvester and Maple have met. And the second time, Maple, be quiet. The second time that they met, he rubbed up against her. Like he wanted her, you know, he wanted to rub on her like cats do affectionately. And I was so impressed with his bravery. Hey, quiet. Because the cats are only 8 weeks old. But they have to get used to her lines and where she can be. They've not figured that out yet. Because they're chilling in the cottage garden. Hey, that's enough. No, ma'am. Need to calm it down. Calm it down. Okay. All right. So, anyway, so get your bulk spring orders in. And you guys, I seriously can't wait to bring you some projects I'm going to work on soon. We're going to try and ignore this dog like she's not crazy. Maple and Bacon. Stop it. Come over here. Come over here. Thank you. Can you sit down? You're going to sit down on my vine? Thank you. Oh, you're going to sit down? You can't. No. He ran away. All right. So another thing to be doing is there's so many things you can plant in the fall. So you want to do a little research for your own zone, as well as, I mean, of course, this video is for people in zone 7, but even in zone 7, there are like sub zones. And so if you're brand new to an area, you've never gardened before, talk to other local people, maybe find like a Facebook gardening group, to get some recommendations on maybe when to plant certain things. If you're, you know, like in your area, if you're curious. Hey, do not pounce at him. No, ma'am. These animals are so crazy. I love cats. I miss having cats in my garden so much. He's like walking through a vine, and he was curving around my little mushroom over there. He's so cute. You better stop, Maple. We don't want drama. He is so brave. I can't even believe that. No cat we have ever had has just walked around with Maple without shelter and protection. And Opie's looking at himself in the mirror. Oh my God, Opie's standing at the mirror. I wonder if he's going to do it again. No, I think I missed it. I missed it. Oh my God. Cats are so freaking cute. So much shenanigans. Sorry. I'll edit out what's really annoying and hopefully you don't mind. All right. So again, you want to check the timing for your local area. For me, I like to look, quiet. I use the AccuWeather weather app because that's what our local farmers around here use. So that tells me that it's like trusted. So, so I use that, and you can look at the weekly and monthly projections. Now, of course, the monthly projections, you've got to think, okay, of course, it's not like super accurate. How would they know, right? But I use that to see trends in the weather. And so when we have like 2 weeks below 80, or even say like below 85 in that monthly or 6-week forecast, that's when I'm like, okay, fall's coming. So I use that information to figure out when I think I'm going to have actual fall weather. And then I start seeds just a few weeks before that. So that's how I figure that out. Currently for us here in Northeast Arkansas, I was just looking at the 4-week out forecast for us. So all the way into mid-September, we're still in the 90s. So I may be waiting a few weeks to sow some fall crops. I'm going to just be keeping an eye on everything. And that's what I recommend that you do as well. So many things you can grow in the fall, so don't overlook it. Carrots, lettuce greens, some herbs won't have enough time, like leafy herbs. You'll be able to harvest some from them before frost. The big thing with gardening now until the rest of the year is you're going to be considering the first frost date with everything you do. You want to look, you want to Google and research what your first frost date is. For us, it always says November 15th online, but November 1st, we typically have a light frost, and that is so common for us. So that's what I plan around. And so with us mid-August right now, that means we have 2.5 months until our first frost. And so you want to look, okay, what crops can I grow and get something out of them within 2.5 months, whether it's flowers or herbs or whatever. There's not a lot that you can harvest within that period, but a lot of fall crops are actually okay with a light frost. And so like our light frost may be August 1st, but we don't typically have a hard freeze until like January. So that's different. So then again, you just have to keep an eye on how many days until your first frost. What are you going to continue growing through frost? Are you going to do row covers, which I highly recommend? This year I'll be doing a segment growing in the greenhouse for the first time. And so that'll be fun. So I'll be bringing you guys along when it comes that time, like what you can grow in your greenhouse in November. And so that's going to be really fun. I'm excited. So anyways, another thing to look forward to is soon I'm going to be starting a segment on a hydroponic tower growing indoors. So it's coming in the mail. It'll be here soon, and I'll do a dedicated video for that. And my goal is to grow lettuce greens indoors year round. And I've never done hydroponics before. I've researched it a lot, so I'm really excited to do that. Found a perfect spot for it in the house, and I'm going to do grow lights as needed. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I've just got to say, in this little ADD moment, I'm really impressed with my cats' bravery. They're so brave. Just being around Maple. I just can't get over it. Anyways, hopefully a lot more cat videos to come as we have just a little bit more time left in our garden season. And I will make sure that in some future videos that when I'm out here gardening and we're enjoying the cats, that Maple is inside. So it's a little less loud. Anyways, let me know what you're growing this year. Are you going to continue growing? Are you just doing a summer garden? Are you excited to plant a fall garden? It's fun. So want to know your opinion. And anyways, thanks for stopping by today. I hope that this information was helpful and useful to you. If it was, and you know someone else who's interested in gardening or starting to garden, I hope you would share the video with them so that they can learn more too. I do have a series on what you can be growing in Zone 7 this month for every month of the year. I'm working on completing that series, but we do have, I think, over half the year up already on the playlist, which will be linked below. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day.